I think John Baxter is in the studio, so
Yep.
There he is.
Hey guys, good to see you guys.
Good to see you too. How are you?
Doing wonderful. I was at a PPN state meeting on Saturday in Raleigh, North Carolina. So,
oh, fantastic! Yeah, I think Warren is trying to get logged in right now, so he's working through some tech stuff. So he should be in. So, well, great to have you.
A random YouTube video this weekend. John talked about medbeds. It was awesome. I was like, I know that guy. It was more of just like an expose on medbeds, and there was like a clip of you talking about, I think the newest version of what you guys have. But it just was real funny. I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, we actually went viral again. This time it was just on my personal account. I never use TikTok. I only show my Tai Chi. Because a lot of people don't care. I don't get enough views per se from the topics I talk about. But the stuff I talk about is explosive, but it has to be for the right audience, right? It's not a mainstream audience, right?
Yeah.
They believe that you need to get boosters, right? Those people, they don't even understand the inkling about what we do, for one. Number two, this is on my TikTok account, right now it's like at 180,000 views or 70,000 views. And so it's an explosive topic. I'd like to send you guys a link. Maybe it might make sense to have people watch this and then possibly take a little bit of some questions. But something like this went viral. It's just me discussing the chamber behind me. And I'll put it in the private chat, but we want to watch one. But this is explosive what we've created here, and it's only going to get better. Seeing amazing results. So the Tesla medbed, that's what we call it. We start with the foundation, guys, of everything, how it started. We have a whole documentary, 12-part documentary series that we created about Nikola Tesla. Where did this come from? How'd this happen? What are you standing behind, Baxter? All types of things. And it starts with Nikola Tesla and his foundational understanding of energy. We've taken the last 100+ years of famous doctors, inventors, and scientists that came out with these specific frequencies to be able to address health issues. So, as I said, to get to this level of understanding, I'm not only a technician, but I'm also an inventor. Yeah, that
one queued up for you.
Viral. It's crazy.
Heck yeah. What else is new in your world? So you were in a state meeting. How did that go? Any big news come out of the meeting?
Yeah. Basically, a lot of patriots are wanting to put a wellness center together. And this is the most prominent technology, maybe the most powerful health technology in the world. And we can probably listen to it and you can hear a good portion and see it live in action. But there's one.
Woo! I couldn't hear anything. I haven't been able to hear anything on here for a minute. So,
well, great. Well, I got this queued up. Did you want us to go ahead and play this?
Yeah. A lot of people ask us why we won World's Greatest Health Technology in 2023 and 2024. It's because of this amazing system that we have here. It's the future of health technology, along with our bioscanner. And a bioscanner can detect over 1,330 cells and different organs. It's just amazing. Any type of cellular disruption can be found. Not only can it scan, if it scans it, it can also address it. So if you have a health issue and it detects bacteria, there's a healthy frequency that can assist. So right now, our gentleman inside is doing a correction. So he's using the headphones while he's in this 1.5 oxygen chamber and getting that health real time. We have the ability to put lots of technology inside, including acoustic vibration inside. Once he's done with the meta correction, we can use the light frequency, sound frequency, and use the direct current frequency called IES, intermittent electrical stimulation, with a specific frequency inside this chamber. And this is an elegant chamber that we created. This whole system is called the Tesla medbed. If you want to know the secrets to the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. And because of this, we're able to maximize the oxygen's utilization along with these different frequencies to address health issues real time. After the meta correction is done, we can measure that against the original scan, and that's why we call this the Tesla medbed. So if you have any questions, reach out to us at antiagingbed.com. Call 800-385-4243. You can get a scan in a situation like this for free, or we can make you one with a greeting. Set your appointment at the number provided and see about trying this revolutionary technology that might be pound for pound the most powerful health technology in the world.
You know, one of the big things to look at there. Oh, sorry, John. Go ahead.
No, thank you guys for supporting that video and playing it.
One of the big things that I think is pretty cool is that, you know, you go over and you do the scan, and then you get in the Tesla medbed, and then you can go back to the scan and see what it did. You can track you can see what happened. Is that correct, John? I think that's what I did. And John, also, is that scanner, is it also able to add frequencies in as you have your headphones on?
Yeah, so it's important if you have a wellness center. If you can't measure it, you can't monitor anything. You can't monitor your trajectory of health. So you're right. The scanner does the scan. If it can scan it, it can address it. It can use the frequencies in a much different manner, but it has a powerful system. You can increase it by 20 times the power. And then with that single scanner, you can do your seeing what your heavy metals are like, what you're allergic against, what bacteria is in your body, much more advanced than anything here in the U.S. We had to work with a couple of guys all the way from Russia that put this together. And so we're in the U.S. You're not going to see anything like this. And because you can address it, it's just amazing. It's a one and done type of machine, but we added it to the hyperbaric chamber. We can do the corrections while you're in the chamber even. And so every time you do a scan, you do a correction after. You don't have to do another scan, but each consecutive meta correction after, you can see your health going up. The guy in that specific video in 1 hour had a 27% increase in overall health in 1 hour. That's why I'm saying you're never going to see anything like this and then be able to monitor it, of course, afterwards.
And that's so important. I mean, you know, it's like you want to be able to see the proof, kind of like on your bed cover, where you can take your multimeter and see that this thing is working. You can also do that if you take your shoes off and go out in the grass. That's what it's all about. Kind of like in my business of doing floors, if I'm looking for water damage and I've got a sink there, a refrigerator, anything that has that, I can check with a moisture meter and see where my moisture is. I can follow it to different places. In your business, in this wonderful business that you've got going on that I'm proud of you about, you can track what's going on. You can see the improvements in a person. And then all of a sudden, you can see the health benefits. I'm amazed. I love it. I call that a true medbed. It might take a little longer than the things out there in the wild blue yonder that people are talking about that we're going to have down the road that's going to grow limbs and things. But this right here, I advise people to do anything they can to use what we have. This is where it's at. And it's going to continue. John, your stuff has gotten better since I was there 2 years ago. You just continue to get better, stronger, more powerful, and I'm proud of it. That's what's going to happen. This is going to be an organic situation, and I advise anybody to do anything they can to get there.
The word is out now. I mean, when that video we just showed went viral, Warren, over the weekend.
I saw it.
Everyone that I knew was like, "Hey, I saw your video," and I knew something was up because I was just like, "What's going on?" But it's out there now, and really, I'm just trying to inspire others. I'm not saying I have the best. I'm saying I spent so much time in this, and maybe I make it look a little bit easy, but it's taken a long time and it's cost me a lot of money. We offer this for free for over 3 years, so people are like, "All the med beds are going to be free." I've offered it for free 3 years without the government.
Right.
So what are you guys talking about? I take a lot of heat. But what I can say is for all the patriots out there, and this everyone, whether you're not a patriot, I put something together that you can be proud of and stand behind. And I can tell you that every frequency that we offer, you can monitor and measure and know what you're being offered. A lot of people in this industry, they talk about all types of energy, scalar, this. They can't prove it. There's nothing provable. You walk away, you don't know if it worked or not. We're not trying to do that for something for a Patriot network. We're not trying to do that for something for something called a med bed. Everything has to be at the top, because at the end of the day, if the med beds come out or whatever, that was my goal. Believe it or not, my goal was to shoo out the med bed, but I just didn't know anyone that knew more than me about this.
That's the truth.
Yeah, and the phenomenal thing about what you're working on now is what you've been working on with Warren in terms of getting a chair station for someone who is chair bound or wheelchair bound. But not only, I think it kind of started with the truckers. So there's a phenomenal application there in terms of people who really are in need that don't have the ability, or if they do, it's difficult for them to get up and get out and get around. So if they're going to spend a lot of their time seated for one reason or another, whatever that looks like, then they're in a position to be able to benefit from this.
There's a comment from Alan, from Rumble. Thank you, Alan, for coming in last Tuesday. He tried the hyperbaric chamber and a bunch of other stuff. And while we're here, I have May. May is from Tennessee. I told her that that I was going to be on with Warren, and she wanted to say, "Hey, I got May right here."
Hello.
Drove 12 hours to be here. It's worth every mile. Everybody needs this. The understanding is amazing. They're amazing. We need to get behind this, support this.
Isn't it cool? Isn't it like a euphoric scenario being in there?
It's what the waiting. We have this. Let's use this. Let's get behind him, support him. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, May.
That's right.
And I'm saying this change every couple years. Things change. You're only as good as your last race. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I don't give up. I don't even know how to give up. It's at that level. So what I'm saying is we pool our resources together. We could make something amazing happen. And that because that thing went viral, I actually think it's a calling. This is the right time to push hard. Of course, everything is breaking apart. Cell phones, you're saying the everything, they're playing with their grid, they're playing with their cell phones, they're censoring, they're just completely lying on the news network. So why not get behind it? I believe that God has my back 100%, and all of us patriots. So I'm not really worried about any type of backlash, because my purpose is this right here. So it is what it is. I take a lot of heat over many years, and I never said anything about anyone else. But what I can tell you is time proves everything. And whatever someone said about something else, it is what it is. What we created this product with is proven technology throughout. Whether it was a scanner, hyperbaric chambers are a proven health technology. So mixing frequencies, that's proven. We've added it all together to make sure that someone had the most powerful health technology. If you only got 5 minutes and you're on your deathbed, I would put this against anything else.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I am, a lot of big questions from people that talk to me about your Tesla med bed is, I'm claustrophobic. I'm having trouble. But I tell you what, that's a big window there. and it's comfortable. I'm 6'3", maybe a little taller, 250 pounds. I fit comfortably in there. I was comfortable while I was in there. There was a phone sitting right there. I was videoing, and people were watching on whatever it is, Patriot Talk, and they were just asking me questions and stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. So I think that people would be real comfortable. Also, when somebody comes in, if they have a specific area that they want, let's say they're coming in because they have cancer, breast cancer, whatever. With the scan, do you normally just hit that frequency, or do you do a general health? What's the norm of the frequency that you put through the Tesla medbed when somebody comes in? Do you really break that down and hit just that, or is there one that you use normally?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways to do it. If you have a lot of time, I'll go through the proper protocol with just getting your body used to a couple frequencies, right? Some general wellness. But if I only have you for one day or a couple days, I'm throwing it on you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take your diagnosis that you told me, right, or whatever you told me. I'm going to match it to what the scan tells me, right? Bunch of different diseases with the same name. Or thank you guys in our government. But the thing is sometimes it goes back to spending a lot of time with somebody, listening to them, hearing them out, maybe figuring out some of the trauma. But with the scanner, of course, you could do the whole body. You can do all of the stuff that you're having a problem with, right? But it goes back to, if I'm only with you a short time, I'm going to pull out the diabetes, the cancers, the chronic pain, the surgery that you had, the arthritis, the osteoporosis. I'm going to plug those in. I'm going to maximize the strength if possible, if the person's ready. And that goes for all of our system, right? You remember the bed that you laid in and you were hooked to either electrodes, silver gloves that are conductive with the frequency running through it. I'm going to put you under light therapy, sound therapy, and we're going to go after the main issues. If it's lymphedema, you got swelling in your ankles, I'm going to start you in the bed. I'm going to raise your leg, let the fluid drain. I'm going to start putting on inflammation reducing technologies with the frequencies, and I'm just going to monitor you. But it does take about 3 days to pinpoint, right? I like to test stuff because a lot of times people say they have this, but it really isn't that. There, on the inside of all these different names is parasites, bacteria, mold, and fungus. So with that understanding, you can throw away all the nonsense that they told us before. You say you have cancers, I say you have parasites and fungus, So that's what we're going for with a lot of the ways that we can help someone quickly.
Amen. When you first send them in, do you put them in the zero gravity chair? How do you do that? Well, I've had some people say, I'm going to go down there. What do? I say, get in there and just ask John or Don and just say, I want to do it all. I want to do it all. You can go from station to station. If somebody's not sitting there in a chair, somebody might not be, like, oh, look, should I go sit in that? Am I okay? Do it. I don't think there can be too much frequency. Where do you stand with that?
Yeah, so there's a story of process and experience at Anti-Aging Bed, and you can do this in your own wellness center, even at home. First, we put you on the hydrogen, alkaline, ionizing water, right? From there, we show you the demonstration of how the grounding works. Likely after that, we do a 10-minute scan. You can go up to a 40-minute. We do a 10-minute scan, depending on how much time we have. From there, we like to showcase it's basically the Tesla plasma technologies while you're laying in the bed. So you'll likely get some frequency reduction, that type of thing. You choose between the bed, the sound system, I call it a time machine. It's that frequency recliner that you tried, or the massage chair. We always try to end up with this Tesla medbed now. We had a soft chamber before, but we use this Tesla medbed, we can even add all the technology that we just went over inside of the Tesla medbed. We do the correction, and then we see what it started at and where it ended. So let's say you had a high level 6s and 5s of inflammation, and this is where the guy got a 27% increase in just 1 hour. Or we can just go straight to medbed. So a lot of people do the scan. I want to go straight to Tesla medbed for my hour. I'm done. And then each time they come back, the scanner will have their information, and then you can see that trajectory where it's going. So that's really, in a nutshell, along with new products coming out in the beginning of next month. So we have this cool system here, and like I said, story, process of how we get there. Story, it starts with Nikola Tesla, how we got here. The second part of it is the process of where we take you through from figuring out what your scan says, and then we give you a nice experience. So at the end of the day, I haven't met very few people that spent actual time here, a good 2 to 3 hours, say that this isn't just amazing, just a wow factor that that people could stand behind. Because if you're feeling good, your energy and your vibrations going up, you're addressing and attacking the real illness at its core. It's just a matter of time before someone's going to have, all these situations. Basically, a lot of people, after they see us, they had a stage 3, stage 4, they go get their papers. The papers are showing no detectable cancer.
We have a couple. I believe she's either a hairdresser or does nails or something like that, but came up there. She came on Patriot Talk the other day. She's in Patriot Shoot also here, and she said she is she's getting all of it. She's going to bring the technology to, is it Wyoming or somewhere else? I can't remember where it is.
You're speaking about Andre out of Wyoming. Yeah, we already, when the thing went viral, we're already got a bunch of people going to her location.
Cool. I love it. She's been on for a long time. We've been talking about it back and forth. She's been and she pulled that trigger, and I'm happy. Everybody's like, oh, that's great, because we need that. We need people to step up. Maybe somebody's got a little cash in their pocket and ready to get a system going. Let's rock and roll. Man, that's neat. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you on the 13th of April. Will you have any of this technology with you, or how does that do? I don't know if that's even.
I can bring a soft chamber. I can bring a soft chamber, but that thing's 1,000 pounds.
I know. I was like, how would he bring that? So I'm excited about it. We're gonna set you up in the lodge and have you rocking and rolling, brother.
Oh, I'm so excited! I know it's going to be a big event, and we'll be ready for you guys. We'll be ready for you.
Cool. I'm thinking, in the lodge, there are beds in every room. I'm just going to get you an area, and that's just going to be your room. Get the biggest room, get the bed out of there probably, and just let you rock and roll. If that's what we'll do, whatever you want to do. But I know people sometimes might, because you get there and you're sitting and you got your eyes closed, and people might not want to be seen all that much. But we'll get you a nice little place ready. I'll be ready to see that. I'm excited.
Oh, that's great. Hey, I wanted to thank you guys so much for giving me time to share this amazing stuff with you. So thankful and grateful for all you guys out there in the PPN network. We love you. We thank you. We're grateful for you. And same with all you guys. You guys rock.
Don, I talked to Don the other day, and Don is going to come into Patriot Talk, and he's going to answer questions. And, I want to talk about all that stuff. I want people to be able to ask those questions. And sometimes, I've been there. I'm very familiar with it, but there's just some things that y'all can answer so much better than I can. I don't want to say something wrong. So
our training. So if you join our system, our training happens on Wednesdays. So we always put one day for training because you can do so much in one day, and it's not very difficult to learn. If you know how to use a cell phone, this stuff is a breeze, honestly. Cell phone's difficult to use, actually.
When is the opening of her of her place going to start. And where is that again?
Yeah, she is in Wyoming. So basically, it's close to the north end of Wyoming. It's a smaller town, but she's going to be able to collect from all over those different states as well.
Yeah,
and we should do definitely. But it looks like in about a little while, I know she has the products there now, and a couple of people are going to be flying out there to do in training. We'll get her set up, and then we could do a state group there.
Yeah,
people trying it, and like I said, works good. Will be you get signed up as a wellness center. It's more like a franchise. And basically we'll do everything we can to help bring people to your location as well.
Yeah. And when is that? Do you know when is the opening already happened?
The real grand opening is, but I know the products are there.
Okay. There and ready. Has Don been there yet?
Don hasn't been there yet.
Okay. So he'll be going down to set up for sure. And that's what it was. I was wanting to meet him. I was wanting to maybe meet him if I depending on my schedule and stuff. So yeah, somebody keep me informed.
Well,
if I can go, I'd love to support and have a state meeting, do anything, whatever. I just appreciate what y'all are doing. Appreciate this wonderful group of patriots stepping up in Wyoming there. I mean, this is something we need. We need them everywhere. So anybody is ready to get their humanitarian project going, let's rock and roll. Give me a call. Give John a call.
We need a Texas. We need a California. We need a Georgia. A lot of the other states are up the eastern seaboard. We've got a couple states there. But we need people. And unlike a lot of stuff, we can measure and prove anything. And this is usually not the situation where you don't feel anything. Like our bed cover, you usually feel that when you wake up in the morning, right? But all the frequencies likely you feel like immediately. And of course, the way you feel after you get out of there is just amazing. So there's a lot of things, and there's a place to start. Everything is integrated with our grounding technology. So that's where Warren used the grounding cover, help alleviate a lot of back pain that he had. So, start there. If you're not sure if this is way over your head, start there, sleep on it, become a believer in one of the technologies, then learn about it, understand it, and then from there you progress into frequencies.
Amen. John, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Stay out of trouble or don't. Either one's fine, brother.
Love you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Take care.